My name is Neila, and I just killed my interview with Next Up.
Miss Neila, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I've researched you. Your name is Alien Backwards.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that something that you're still going for in regards to your brand?
Yeah, that's like my whole brand at this point.
I feel like you were saying that you came about that for your family, your siblings were calling you that, and you just kind of twisted it.
Yeah, well, I grew up like in a family that's super like spiritual, and like my dad always watched like Ancient Aliens and like things like that. So that's kind of like where the interest stemmed from. And then my older brother was just being an ass. Can I curse?
It's just your world.
He was just being an asshole, basically. And he was like the typical like, oh, you were adopted, you're really an alien, and mom and dad only took you in because they felt bad, and that's why there's 2 boys and you're the only girl type thing. And yeah. But yeah.
I like it. Are you going to always have the green hair?
Yeah. I literally had like a dream about me like getting married and my hair was green.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Confirmation.
Yep.
If you did have a different color hair, what would it be?
Pink.
Why pink?
That's my favorite color, is pink. Yeah.
Are you a girly girl?
Now I am. I wasn't. When I was growing up, I used to like dig for like grub worms and catch lizards and do a whole bunch of weird shit. And I'm from Florida, so we had to find some shit to do.
It's always cool. So, you are Jamaican and Barbadian?
Yeah.
How did you transition through life with foreign parents?
Well, growing up in Florida, like South Florida, everybody is like from somewhere else. So, it was kind of normal. Like, it was really normal. I feel like the biggest change when I moved to Atlanta, and when everyone would ask me like where I'm from, and I'm like, oh, my parents are, because in Florida it's like someone asks you where you're from, you say like I'm Jamaican and Bayesian, not like, oh, I'm American or I'm from like Florida. It's just like, oh, like they're basically asking you like what's your background, pretty much. So when I moved here, and they were just like, it was like the amazing like culture shock. It was just a whole bunch of like black, really intelligent, fucking like awesome business people. So because in Florida, like everybody's from another country, everyone, like, yeah, I'm the only American in my family, me and my brothers.
Do you feel like being foreign has molded you as a person?
I feel like I grew up very like with a different culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way my parents like disciplined us, like you know, kind of like the standards and like morals, and just like what they wanted, like what they expected from us was like completely different from like my other friends who like parents were from America. You know, like I got my ass beat for not getting good grades. Like couldn't get too many B's on your report card. That was not accepted. That's like getting too many, like that's like getting an F, is getting too many B's, like stuff. Yeah, like stuff like that. So but I also like on the positive side, like my parents introduced me to like a whole bunch of music. Like I grew up with so many different genres, and because my parents came to the States when they were like in their early teens, so like 12 and 13, they grew up in New York. So they left Jamaica and Barbados and came to New York. So they had like hip hop, and my dad was into like rock. My dad plays the drums. So it also helped me as far as musically, because I had so many different things to go off of.
What are some of the traditions that you keep up with?
Food. When I first moved to Atlanta, it was so hard for me to find something that I actually liked. I was so used to my mom cooking, and I was so used to like Jamaican food and just a whole bunch of Caribbean food, like oxtail, brown stewed chicken, jerk pork. Like that's literally just all I ate. Escovitch fish. And so when I moved here, I had pizza like I still eat pizza like damn near every day, but I had pizza like every single day until like I started like making the food myself. So I make a lot of food myself too. So yeah.
What are your fave Caribbean spots in the city?
In the city, oh man, that's such a bad question to ask me. Because I don't know if I
something you don't like cooking, sis?
I don't know. I don't even know. Like in Florida, like in South Florida, like there's just so many different Caribbean places, and because it's like literally, it's like this person came straight from like Trinidad or something. Literally came straight from Trinidad and made a store, and they just go back and forth to Trinidad. They even ship stuff from Trinidad to Florida. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just tastes a little different. So I think I'm just so stuck on my mom's cooking that like when I go to a restaurant, I'm like, my mom made this better. And that's kind of like how I do.
What's your favorite dish that you make?
I make really good jerk chicken. I make very hot jerk chicken. I love spicy food, and I keep forgetting like my friends didn't grow up like with their whole mouth burning 24/7 when they're eating food. But I love making jerk chicken. I make good jerk chicken. I make good I make curry steak, which is different. I like something that I kind of just made up because my mom and them made curry steak, but I made curry steak.
So you bringing us a plate, or what are we talking about here?
Oh, I can cook. I can cook for y'all, definitely. I don't live far.
My interview, honestly.
I don't live far from here, so we can definitely figure something out. No, deadass, we can figure something out.
We're gonna whip something up. To get back to who you are and all of that, you were saying that you're spiritual and that you believe in so many things. What is one of the most outlandish things that you believe? That you feel like people might be like, oh wow, she's wild for this one.
I don't know if it's outlandish. It's funny because I was just
not
talking.
necessarily outlandish, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was just talking about this with my friend that's with me, and angels. And I feel like the concept of angels is like, oh yeah, we know there's angels, but I feel like everybody has like angels around them, and that, you know, if you're able to center yourself and really like get in tact with yourself and what's around you, you'll be able to like talk to them. So I talk to my angels all the time. And it's not like voices that are like I'm not schizophrenic or something, but like, you know, like it's very strong feelings. It's like gut feelings, or like sometimes like, you know, when you hear your own voice in your head like, bitch, don't do that, that's your angels like telling you to tell yourself don't do that. So that's like my thing. So I'll be like in the corner like, ooh, saw 444, I know what I have to do. That's what I do. So that's like the most outlandish thing, I guess.
What are some of the rituals that you use to keep yourself balanced?
I meditate, affirmations. I do my affirmations every day. I have like hella different alarms on my phone that just remind me. So I wake up at 10:30, and like the thing I wake up to is a frequency. So it's like it wakes me up and it's like, So that wakes me up at 10:30, and then I have a second to try to get up, and then by 11 I meditate for 10 minutes. That's a little alarm that goes ding ding ding. And then after I meditate for 10 minutes, I do my affirmations, and then I go through my day, and then like at 3 o'clock it tells me to take a moment, breathe, be in the moment, and then at 4 o'clock it tells me to do something else, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of like keep myself on track.
What is your favorite affirmation right now?
One of the affirmations I say every single day is I am happy, because all affirmations have to start with I am, because you're supposed to be in present. So it has to be in the present tense. You can't say I'm going to be happy, or I wish I was happy. Like I am happy, and you have to feel it. You have to feel the happiness like inside of you, because an affirmation doesn't work if you don't feel it. It's like mind. You have to like see it, feel it in your head. You have to say it out your mouth. You have to feel it like within you. Like you have to be happy, like, you know. So I'd be like, I'm happy. I'm like, woo, fucking happy. You know, yep.
I can believe you're happy. I feel it. I feel it coming off of you, and I like it. During your time of transition from like, I guess, wherever you were before to who you are right now, what were some of the things that you sacrificed to find your peace?
I had to really give myself space, like from other people. So I had to like, well, because I moved here by myself, I don't have any family here. So me not being around my family really, you know, forced me into like kind of being by myself, like being in solitude a little bit. So that's definitely one thing, like being okay with being by myself, because my family and I are super close, and I grew up around them my whole entire life. And I have brothers. We always had like a full house, loud house. I have a nephew who screams curse words down everywhere. So like I'm always had like a lot of people. It's always feeling like I always have somebody. I can walk into my room and always talk to somebody. But you know, moving here, the biggest transition for me was just really being okay with being alone.
What is your favorite thing about being alone?
I'm still trying to figure that out. But I write alone. So like when I write my music, like today I wrote a song, and I came back from the park and I was alone for the first time in the last couple of days, and I was sent some beats, and I just, like that fast, I haven't written a song like that fast in like last couple of weeks, so it felt good to like have it just flow out of me. So that's the thing, a positive thing about being alone is just being able to really have your like ideas and thoughts really flow very clearly and stuff.
Does your music always reflect your life, or is it just based on certain things that you see from other people? 90%
of the time, my music reflects my life. I'm that person, like, if you're dating me and something happens, I'm gonna Taylor Swift you for sure. Like, you're gonna be in a song. Or, like, the song is gonna be about you in some way. Like, my last project, Sage, was about my ex, which someone actually mentioned his name in here. Yeah. And, he was kind of a shitty person, but I'm just kidding, no. But it was about my ex, and that relationship was very, like, toxic, and it ended up being abusive. And I wrote a whole project about that. Like a whole project about just cleansing myself and like really getting myself out of that situation. Because like, you know, when you're with somebody for a long time, you're dating somebody, you have to literally like cleanse their energy, everything like off of you. So that's what that project was about. And Comfy was also about situation. So every song that in a nutshell, absolutely.
I mean, well, that's cool though, because in that way people are able to relate to you on a more personal level.
Yeah.
That's dope that you share your world with us. We like it. So Comfy, I like the video. It came out on my birthday. It was on the 25th of February.
Oh, you're an Aquarius.
I'm a Pisces, baby.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wait, when? Oh, it came out in February.
Yeah, 25th.
The original date was supposed to be January 24th.
Why'd you push it back?
Just trying to get everything 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Motion Family shot that video. It was an awesome video.
Yeah, I see that Phil, he directed that. Mm-hmm. Did you help him come up with the concept, or was it something that was done without you?
Yeah, so we had a meeting and I wanted to do something like alien-wise, and we did the cover art and everything kind of to flow into the video, so it was all like a big story kind of thing. So we sat down and with Motion Family and Trill and just came up with like an idea, like, okay, so it's gonna be like we invite a boyfriend to your house, you know, and he thinks he's coming over for dinner, but really like he's a dinner and he never leaves. So we kind of went off of that kind of idea and concept, and it just took off from there. And then, you know, Trill went back and did what he had to do, and yeah, went off from there.
Yeah, I love the video.
Thanks.
Super eclectic. It's definitely not where people are used to seeing right now. There's a lot of videos that have no storyline.
Yeah.
But you're shining.
Thank you.
We like it. Do you feel like you are a successful artist?
Yeah, I do. I feel like there's different levels of success, and I have different like tiers of success that I'm like going for. And I feel like with what I've done so far, like I've accomplished a lot in the last 3 years, and I still have, you know, bigger goals that I'm trying to reach, and we're gonna get there too. But yeah, definitely.
So what tier do you feel that you're on right now?
1.
What will take you to the next level?
Right now, the biggest transition is really just continuing to get my name out there. It's crazy because I was in Texas and people were coming up to me like actually knowing who I was, and I was like, whoa, me? And you know, I've had like different things in different cities, people actually knew who I was, so that's dope. But definitely want to get like the music, like the streams and everything else. So that's the biggest thing right now. Yeah, that's the next jump, but we getting there.
Are you currently signed?
No.
Would you like to be signed?
I need the money. I feel like when it's the right time, I definitely would consider a label for sure.
If you could be signed to anybody, who would it be? It's your time to shine, girl. Tell them who you want.
Interscope. Yeah.
I can kind of see that.
But I'm not I'm not closing anybody off. Whatever God wants to bring to my life, he shall bring. So, but yeah.
Receive that. Now, you are in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You've said in the past that you value something healthy because of your parents and the type of relationship that they've reflected on you. What are some of your key points to having a healthy relationship?
Communication. One thing I learned from my parents is like, I've never really seen them argue. I've only seen them have conversations. So I think communication is the biggest thing. Learning how to talk to somebody you can't talk to, like my friend, I'd be like, hey, bitch, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that with my man. You have to talk to people the way, you have to learn people's language and how they like to be spoken to. So like communication language is very important. Respect, always respect. I'm a big person when it comes to respect in a relationship, as far as just like, I don't ever want somebody that I'm dating to walk into a room and not know, like, if I've dated somebody else in the room. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna know who I've been with so that no one can ever play you. Because I don't want, to do unto others as you want others to do unto you. I don't want to ever be in a situation where I'm shaking some girl's hand and she, like, looking at me because she know what his thing looked like. And I'm just like, okay. So that's kind of how... like my big two things, just being able to really communicate, being truthful, and being respectful.
That's phenomenal. Write that down. News you can use. You're new to Atlanta. How was your transition?
My transition, it was cool. It was different. My parents packed my car up, got a little truck, packed all my stuff in it, and we drove from South Florida to Atlanta. They moved me in. My mom stayed for like a couple of days and they dipped. And I was here by myself.
Sorry, babe.
Oh no, it's okay. And yeah, I mean, I met some dope people, and some of them I'm still friends with and some of them I'm not. I've worked with some dope people, and some of them I still work with, and some of them I don't. So it's definitely been a learning experience, but I definitely don't feel like I would be where I am at now in my career, with the Nike shoots and with just being in the studio with certain people, with working with Done Deal, just going to the BET Awards, going to like so many different things that I've done. I would have never done that if I didn't move here. So I'm very grateful for moving here for sure.
Did you feel welcomed when you got here?
I did. I don't think I ever felt like I shouldn't be here. I definitely felt like I had to be here. Even when my first situation, when it came to like who I was working with at first with music, even when that didn't pan out the way I wanted to, I still felt like I needed to be here. And I'm glad I stayed. It was the right decision.
Well, we're glad that you stayed.
Thanks.
And we're glad that you came by. It's always a good time when you chill with the Next Up crew. Tell us who you are and where we can find your music, social media handles, and all of that amazing stuff.
Well, my name is Neila, and you can follow me on Instagram at Neila Official, Neila Official. You can find me on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, Amazon, literally anything. Neila, Neila. And make sure you go listen to my new single produced by Done Deal called Comfy.